What's going on, guys? It's been a while. I can't even remember the last time that I uploaded. I know I did a deadlift like mini video thing, but as far as me being in front of the camera and actually talking, I honestly don't know. But I will be honest and say that I kind of felt like I really needed to take a break and just get away from YouTube because I was just really tired of it. I just didn't really want to invest any more time and especially effort into putting out videos, mostly because, like, I don't know, it just wasn't interesting, and I wasn't also, bleh. Sorry, I'm trying to do this in one cut because I really don't want to have to come back and edit anything. But I really didn't want to take the time to put the effort into actually building a channel. And so I just found it easier to step away from it and really just focus on lifting and my life. And so that's what I've been doing. Any and all lifting footage that I have been filming since the last one that you guys saw, I actually throw up on my Instagram account. So, for the most part, like I still am updating almost daily. It's just, I haven't taken the time to come back to YouTube because, I mean, I'll be frank, I don't really care. Um, yeah, I really just didn't care enough to come back here and do this. So that's kind of where I was a few months back, and yeah, my break is over. But what does that mean for my channel now? Well, I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to touch on that at the very end. So, moving on to my next point, is I wrote everything down. Oh, you guys can't see that. Oh, yeah, see? Otherwise, I'll get confused. And yeah, those are my very manly stickers. Okay, so next point I want to talk about is I want to talk about what's going on with my weight loss or lack thereof. It all depends, because it was a very up and down situation. I would be motivated and I would lose a few pounds, and then I would kind of lose motivation and then gain a few pounds and then lose a few. It kept going up and down, and I never seemed to be able to stay under 300. I kept going up to, I think I went up as high as like 312 or something like that. That was just in December, January, February-ish, somewhere around winter. I was in that area, and I had a hard time getting under 300 again. And then I finally did, and then I just kind of stayed, somewhere in the 290s, and I guess, with anything, you just get tired of doing the same thing over and over again. And yeah, I really don't know what happened. I just, I guess I lost interest in that too. But, I didn't lose interest in going to the gym. I just didn't want to continue tracking and eating, 100% right. But, I mean, I am 2.5 years in, and when you do something like that every single day, it does get kind of exhausting and just, I just don't want to do it anymore. Like, fuck, tired of this. So I just, what are you going to do? Anyways, so what my coach and I have decided to do, well, more him than me, but I made the final decision. We decided to go ahead and take the summer off from tracking, and it's actually been a really, 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 yeah, I don't know. It's just sort of happening, so just go with it. Okay, so we decided to stop tracking for the summer, and it's actually been one of the best things ever. I'm actually more in tune with what I'm eating, and while I try not to mentally track how much protein I'm taking in, I'm still doing that. I'm trying not to. I really am. It's just I have this fear that if I don't take in enough protein, I'm not going to be able to to lift the same numbers. I have no idea. Again, I don't know how any of this works. You know, I don't have a background in any of that, so I'm sure you guys are kind of like laughing at that. I don't know. If you are, fuck you. No, just kidding. I don't know anything about that stuff, but that's just what's in my head. If I don't eat enough protein, I'm not gonna be able to do this. So, anyways, still somewhat tracking protein, trying not to. I'm definitely not on MyFitnessPal, tracking every single meal. I'm not planning everything out like I used to. I'm just more on top of what it is I eat for breakfast. Sometimes I don't eat breakfast. Sometimes I eat a big lunch. Sometimes I don't eat lunch. Sometimes I really don't have any solid meals at all. I just eat a bunch of small things, that add up enough to keep me going. So far so good. I am down to 285, and I'm loving it. Everything just feels better. We've got fireworks going on here. There's another reason too why I've had a better drop in my weight recently. But hold on, let me check the schedule here. Is that the next topic? No, that's not the next topic. So again, we're going to touch on that in just a second. So next topic is lifting. Where am I with my lifting? Well, since you guys have last seen me, I think I did like 415 or something. I did a 415 conventional deadlift PR. I have since gone up to, I think, 430 or 435. I don't know. I do a deadlift PR like about once a month. So I think I'm at 430. I think I'm scheduled to do 435 this coming Friday. Or I'm scheduled to do 240. Or I'm going to pull 240 when I'm scheduled to do 235. I'm not sure. I tend to do 5 pounds heavier than what is on than what's written in my plan. So again, I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to double check that. So yeah, that's coming up this Friday. Excuse me, I get dry throat when I start talking too much. Anyways, so deadlifts are going fine. We should be seeing 460s, 470s maybe by the end of the year. Who knows? I mean, maybe. Who knows? I could see 500 or something like that. 500. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not trying to get there. If it happens, it happens. If not, oh well. Squats are going okay. Those are fine. I'm still around the 225. Well, you know what? I'm doing 230 right now. But the thing is, we're doing a volume building program, so I'm not going up in 5 pound increments every single week. So it's more like 5 pounds here and there, this movement or maybe that one, about every month, once a month. It all depends on where we're at. So like bench goes up, and then we'll wait another month or two before we go up another 5 pounds because of the type of lifting that I'm doing. Again, I don't know anything about this stuff, so I'm not going to tell you about my plan for you to tear me apart, just in case I might say something wrong. Not that I really attract that type of audience, but I'm just saying I don't know. Again, I don't know much about this stuff, so I won't go into detail because I don't want to misrepresent my coach or his training or any of that stuff. So, I mean, if you really do want to see the numbers that I'm doing and the reps and all that kind of stuff for some reason, because that's your weird fetish or something, again, you can follow me on Instagram, and I will put no, I'm not going to put a link there. Again, we're going to touch on that in the very end as to why I'm not putting any links to anything anymore. So, moving on to my next point, because we're about 8 minutes in, and I really don't want to keep this going on for too long. But so my next point is actually kind of big. It's kind of a big deal on YouTube if you start talking about this stuff. But about 3 months ago, I decided to go vegan, and I've stuck to it pretty religiously. And the thing is, veganism has been a part of my life since about, since about 1999 or so, when I was in high school. I was into punk rock and a lot of alternative stuff. And the thing with punk rock is that it has its progression from being, like a teenager type of thing, just get dressed up and you spike your hair and you wear like silly clothing and boots and stuff like that. And for a lot of people, they either stick with that for a while and then they just kind of get over it. and then for some other people, it progresses into something more, and it starts to go into more of a kind of an intellectual side, and politics start getting mixed in, and so punk is no longer, all fun and games and spiky hair and going to shows and just having fun. No, well, not that I didn't have fun, but I mean, it's not about teenage rebellion anymore. It becomes a lot more serious, and with this progression in punk, you also get vegetarianism and veganism as part of I don't know how to explain it. It's just part of it. You just sort of you go vegan. It's just how it is. Anyways, so I was introduced to veganism through punk rock, and I started hanging around with a lot of vegan punks and just doing vegan stuff. And this was 1999, 2000, 2001. I was going to shows and hanging out, and I wasn't really too serious about politics or protesting or animal rights or anything like that. Not that I didn't care, I just wasn't as involved. Um, and then, let's see, 2001 comes around, and then 9/11 happens, and I don't need to go into detail about that, but that was kind of like a big push in my personal life and my vegan life. Gosh, I really don't know how to explain this. It's kind of a weird thing to talk about, but anyways, that's just how far back veganism goes for me, and it's one of those things where once you get involved in it, you kind of don't forget about it. So it was something that I would attempt several times over the next handful of years. I could never really stick with it, mostly because I knew nothing of nutrition. I didn't know how to eat anything, so everything I ate was unhealthy. I didn't really know how to cook either. Like I can make like stir fry, but I mean literally I was frying everything in like way too much oil, and I was putting on weight, which wasn't surprising for vegans back then. To put on weight, most vegans weren't exactly too healthy. Health was not the number one concern, that's for sure. Sorry, I'm cleaning this desk. Um, Sorry, my head is like going a million miles per hour right now. Anyways, um, where was I? So yeah, I had several attempts that never really stuck. I had friends that were vegan for many years that eventually gave up, which is typically what happens with vegans. To be honest, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that's the honest truth. The whole vegan for life isn't necessarily realistic. For most people, not all people. There are some people that can stick with it. I still know two people out of the I don't know couple hundred people I met over the years. So it is what it is. So anyways, uh, as I started doing my weight loss and lifting and all that kind of stuff, and I had to learn how to eat and how to balance nutrition, um, I was starting to get uncomfortable with the amount of protein I was taking in. Well, not protein itself in general, but I mean like animal protein. So I just got to a point where I got tired of it, and I already knew how to balance my foods. I was already limiting how much dairy I was taking in just based on my macros, on a daily basis. So I was just kind of like, well, there's some days where I don't even have cheese, I don't have butter, I don't have milk. Um, the next step is just what cutting out chicken or salmon, which are the only two solid proteins I was really taking in on top of whey protein. So I just figured, what the hell? I'm going to give it a shot and I'm going to do it. So I did it, and I have yet to go back. I find it a lot easier to manage my macros, which again, now that I'm going to be touching back on weight loss for a second, this is where I was able to knock off a few extra pounds, and it's just been a lot more manageable, mostly because I eat tons of greens. Not too much fruit. I should be eating more fruit. I would like to eat more fruit. I mean, I'm not eating 7 to 8 mangoes every day for breakfast, like a raw vegan. But because that's not my thing. I'd like to try it, but I'll be honest with you, I just don't have the strength for it. I don't. And for those that do, like, more power to them. If that's what they want to do, that's cool. But that's not for me. I'm not saying that like I wouldn't eat raw vegan food if I had the chance. I would. I just haven't really done it. Um, what else? So yeah, I've been able to keep my weight more in control on a vegan diet. I really don't eat like I don't eat vegan junk food too much. I have like one vegan snack, like a junk food type of thing, about once a week. Um, Other than that, I really eat according to what I want, and it's really been working out for me. And it's not too strenuous. It's not too crazy. Um, my strength has not been affected. If anything, I would say I've actually gotten a lot stronger, and my endurance and all that kind of stuff, like in the gym, like everything has just gone up, like entirely. And I mean, everything has just gotten better since I've gone vegan. I feel better about myself. I just have better energy. I'm a happier person, yeah, everything's just so different. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been. Took a mental break. Continuing weight loss. I'm still lifting. I'm still progressing. Outside of YouTube, of course. I'm vegan, and I don't want to say how vegan because God forbid I say something wrong and every vegan decides to tell me whatever. I'm not even getting into any of that stuff. That's not what I'm about. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I've been. Now, what does that mean from this point on? Well, the thing is, a few of you have noticed I actually have another channel, and that's also tied in with my Instagram. My vegan channel and Instagram account is Vegan Power, not power, but Power. Now, that name comes from a vegan restaurant. Damn bottle rockets. That name comes from a vegan restaurant I used to go to with my friends back in the day. The owner used to come out. He was this really short. I think they were Thai. I think they were from Thailand or Taiwan. I don't know what Thai means. He's Asian. Not that I'm trying to like generalize it. It's just he was Asian, so I'm not sure where exactly they're from. And he used to come out, and this is a really really tiny restaurant, so it's like a mom and dad, like mom and pop type of place. And he would come out, throw his little arms up in the air, and go vegan power, just like that. And it just became a thing. Like I would say it to my friends, that would go to the restaurant. Obviously, we knew exactly what it was. So, gosh, that was from like 2004, 2003 era. I think the restaurant still exists. I have yet to go, mostly because it was so expensive, and I don't have that kind of I don't have that kind of money right now. So yeah, that's where the name comes from. So what does that mean now? Where the hell am I? Okay, my point is I have another channel. I have yet to actually launch it. And another reason why I haven't updated this channel too much at all since my last update is because I don't plan on to. This is actually going to be my last update. From this point on, I will only be updating on my new channel, which I said I wouldn't put any links on the bottom or in the description box, but I'm going to go ahead and put a link to my new channel there. So any comments you guys leave here, I won't be responding through this channel, but I'll be responding through the other one. So I mean, either way, you're going to see the connection. And if you follow me on Instagram already, which is the same title, same name, Vegan Power, you already know what's going on there. So yes, I'm still continuing with YouTube. I'm just not sure what kind of format. I really don't want to do a straight up lifting channel. It's just going to be more of my lifestyle as a vegan. I say vegan because if you look up veganism on YouTube, you're going to find definitions A through Z and beyond. So I'm not here to define veganism. I'm not here to tell anyone what vegan is, what vegan isn't. I'll tell you what I do, what I don't do, and why I feel that way, and that's it. And that just pertains to me. That does not pertain to everyone else that is vegan. So, and this took me a long time to finally settle on. If you talk to me through Instagram or whatever, you guys would already know that I've had an issue with defining my own sense of veganism and understanding what it is today. Because one thing I do want to add is that when I went vegan and I started to interact with vegans on YouTube and vegans on Instagram, I quickly learned the veganism I knew back in, the 9/11 era, early 2000s, doesn't exist so much anymore. It's a very, very different world, and it was a very difficult adjustment for me to get used to. But I'm finally there. I'm a lot happier. I'm good, very, very, very good with it, and so yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to say about veganism. So, before anyone wants to rip my head off, just know I'm not. I don't judge anyone. I don't care. You do you, I do me, and we're good. So that's that. Oh, one other thing. I totally did I write it? I guess I didn't put it in the list. I got a job. I've had a change in career, actually, career trajectory. I've changed what I want to do with my life. For the longest time, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to teach history at the university level, but it's just going to take too much time, and I'm not getting any younger. Although my coworkers do think I'm in my early 20s, like no older than 22. So go figure. Anyways, I'm not getting any younger, and you guys already know I love to cook. Especially if you follow me on Instagram, you would already see I love to cook. I love to plate. I love to. I love cooking. And that even goes to when I was eating meat. I just like to make food look nice. I like to cook. So I've decided on a career in culinary. So I plan on starting my culinary program hopefully fall 2016. Right now, I am working at a Japanese restaurant. It's actually, for those of you who haven't followed me on either here or whatever other social media platform, I used to upload photos and some video clips of this one ramen place I would go to very frequently. Well, I was there recently. I wasn't eating there because I'm vegan and I can't eat their ramen, unfortunately. I can tell you that 100%. I cannot eat it now. So I was there, and it's a marketplace, so there are a bunch of restaurants. So I was eating from another place, and the ramen place actually had a help wanted sign. So I went and filled out an application, got a text message from my boss. Uh, I don't know, like a week later, and then yeah, I got hired. So I'm now working full time at a restaurant called Santuka in. Well, I'm not going to say where because I don't want any stalkers. Let's be honest. Mm-mm. So I'm now serving ramen, and oh my god, I love it. It's so much fun. For me, it's so hectic because I've never worked in the kitchen, let alone work a full time job um, like this. And it's so crazy. Oh my god, it's so crazy, but I love it. My feet hurt at the end of the day. Sometimes I want to die at like 7 o'clock, and we don't close till 8:30. Then we don't even get out till after 9. But I love it. I love every day that I'm in there. I love plating. I I don't know. I'm so happy where I'm at. Like I honestly I don't think I've ever been this happy in my life, and it's just it's amazing to finally have direction with my life, and I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it. It's not just like, oh, I want to do this, so I plan on doing this later. No, no, no. I'm starting it now. Like I'm doing it, and I'm so fucking happy. And I can tell you the Milo that's in this update versus the Milo you guys met a little over 2 years ago, almost two different people. Two entirely different people. And that's another reason why this channel is coming to a close. And that's that. I'm going to stop talking because we're going on 25 minutes. This might be the longest video I've ever done. So if you're still listening, I really appreciate it. And you know, this has been fun. We had lots of ups and downs. I've cried in front of you guys. I've taken my shirt off in front of you guys. Oh God, not gonna do that again. Fuck no. Um, yeah, I want to say thank you for coming along with me on this ride, and you know, I can't promise anything, but I do think the next channel is going to be a lot more fun. It's going to be a lot more active. I'm going to be out there living and just showing you the shit I like to do, you know? So yeah, thanks for thanks for being there, you know? It's been awesome. And God, I'm so glad to close this channel on such a high note. And start the new one in such a good place as well. So thanks so much, everyone. I really appreciated everything, and it's been awesome. It really has. And that's it. So farewell from Milo Goes to the Gym. Farewell from Ramen Lifting, and hopefully you guys will say hello to Vegan Power. Of course, you don't have to go vegan, but you can still join. You know, I still have friends that eat meat. It's okay. I don't care. So yeah, that's it. So bye.